each device. There is a universal platform, of course, it's the web. This is a nice move from the NOS, the Dutch network. They said, okay, we're not going to build mobile apps, but we're going to build mobile web apps. So we're going to adapt our website so they work well on mobile devices. Well, pretty smart move, and it also works quite well for video and TV content. So there's a web. That's I'm also a web developer, so it was logical for me to see that as my target platform to develop mobile applications for. This is a note on the Apple development forum for the author of the Scratch app. He's ranting about why he had to remove it from the App Store, etc. And he ends with, someday I like to push the submit button on the Scratch editor, etc. But how do I get there? Is JavaScript the only solution? Well, at this moment it seems to be. If you want to build an app for iPhone outside of the App Store, well, there's only one option, apart from jailbreaking it, of course, but one mainstream option that's build a web app. But still, local apps are nice. They can do a lot more than web apps. So there are solutions that are hoping to combine those two worlds, and they provide a local app layer, and on top of that you can build your application for mobile using web technology. Example is PhoneGap, for example. It's a layer that runs on iPhone and other platforms, and on top of that you write your app in web technology like JavaScript and HTML for the market, etc. Another example is Titanium. This was more or less the same. I can really recommend it. Try it out. They're pretty easy to step into, pretty fun to think over. Then there's another approach. There are the cross compilers. So you write something in one language and they translate that to the target platform you want to use. For example, this one is you can write applications in Java and deploy them to iPhone. Didn't try it, I believe. Another one is Corona, for example. So pretty well known. A few platforms targeted to Adobe. It's OpenPlug. That's you write from Adobe Flex and you can compile for other platforms. This is Monotouch. It allows you to write your app in .NET and compile it for iPhone and other devices. Also pretty well known, Unity. So Unity 3D. It's being said that Unity 3, which is coming out, will also target Android. So you can write your game once in Unity 3D and just deploy it to other platforms. Then there's of course Flash. Flash CS5 is out, and well, everybody knows this already. It contains an export, so you can write, you can export your Flash application for iPhone. And Apple said, no way, it's not going to happen. Block that. And that's pretty much a problem with all these platforms. At this moment, it's really unsure if you write your app in one of these applications and you build for iPhone, or you build for Android, there's no problem. But when you build for iPhone, will it be allowed in the App Store? Big question mark? I don't know. Well, Adobe, of course, is managing the Open Screen project, and they want every screen, including your mobile device, to be part of it. So now they're saying, okay, we won't target iPhone anymore. But anyway, so has Steve Jobs, has he gone mad by not allowing, the thing here is, it has to be originally written in C++ or C or Objective-C, and then you can compile it and release it in the iPhone App Store. Well, I don't think he's gone mad. It's a pretty smart business move, but it's business move, so clearly he doesn't have the developers in mind. Again, the web doesn't have all these limitations. You can write what you want and you can deploy it wherever you want. So, I'm going to touch it for a very slight moment. Okay, 5. Okay. I'm not going to talk about it because it's written and talked about it to death already. But it remains to see that it is the future of the web, no doubt. But still, if you look at the desktop, it has taken desktop apps about 30 years to move from a desktop app to a web app. So nowadays it's perfectly fine to write and deploy your application for desktop as a web app. Gmail, for example, or Google Maps or whatever, or perfectly fine apps running on the web. So I only hope it doesn't take 30 years on a mobile platform to do the same evolution, because I have no doubt in my mind they're going to do the same evolution. Like now, the local apps are pretty good, but in the end they also will evolve to an internet-connected device which runs web apps. So that's good for me. That's a theory, at least. And I like to do these presentations with some kind of practical things, so I want to build stuff also to get all what I'm talking about. I was, when I was talking, what am I going to talk about today, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to talk about how everybody should write web apps, that's the future, etc. And okay, this is my final screen. Let's hope it doesn't take to be 30 years on a mobile platform. But when I tried that in practice, it didn't quite go that well. So I decided to build the same app on multiple platforms, just to have a feel of how all these post compilers and all the PhoneGet and Titanium app work. And I started to build a music app. The music apps are a pretty cool mobile app because it allows you to be creative with your mobile. They're just not just getting information, but they allow you to create something on your device, which is a nice app. So I had plans to write the same musical app on multiple platforms. And I was reading about it, and then you can hook them up with Bluetooth, and when you touch one device and the other one knows about it, so when you strike a chord on the other device, it has a proper chord that you have touched on the other device and stuff like that. Well, didn't quite go that well. This was the interface, so this is my app. I wanted to also build an app for live play, and this is basically a piano. Obviously, on the bottom part, and the top part is a little drum sequence with loops and buttons when you push them and sound will go. It's a pretty simple application, so it's actually just a soundboard. So when you put your finger somewhere on the device, the correct sample has to play. So that's simple idea. It's not much work to do that. Of course, my first idea was, okay, build it in Flash. Not much work, and it runs perfectly on the desktop. But when then you run it on Android, for example, or on Windows Mobile, the latest version of Flash for Windows Mobile, as of now is 7. And it runs, but it's not usable. It's too slow. The audio latency is pretty much useless. So you touch the screen, you have to wait 1 second before you hear the sound. Nice. Then I thought, okay, well, HTML5 has the audio tag. Let's do that. And well, that didn't quite succeed also, because well, the audio tag is Firefox on PC supports it a bit, and Safari on Mac supports it, but it's clearly used just to play an audio. It's not really usable to interact with JavaScript to build a sequencer and do fast loops, etc. There is